What's up, HRV? I'm Sandra Whitmore.
And I'm Piper Macy. Welcome to What's Up, our weekly show about what's going on at the high school.
Midterm elections are next week, and many HRV seniors have cast the first vote of their adult lives.
We asked some seniors about the experience.
I'd say it's important because, I mean, especially my generation, they always do stupid stuff. Like I heard about 18,000 people wrote down Harambe in last year's voting. So I feel like actually like voting, and because I mean it's our world pretty much, and so why not be a part of it? Why not have the person who will better you and better the whole world in office?
Voting is very important. It allows your opinion to be heard, and things can be changed from voting.
I think voting is important because we finally get a say in what happens and who leads, our state, our district, our nation, and finally have a voice that people don't say, "Oh, you're a kid, what do you know?"
I think it's really important. I think I have to do my research a little bit more on each of the candidates before I decide what I want, but yeah.
I think it's important because we, as young people, we need to get our voice out there, especially some of us. Not a large percentage of us is getting the chance to vote. Some of us want to vote but are not at the appropriate age yet, which I think that's an issue.
I think 18 is a pretty good voting age because, I mean, at 18 you're old enough to go off to war and shoot and kill people. So if you're old enough to do that, you're old enough to vote. And also 18 works as like a pretty good age.
The voting age, I think it is correct for in the United States. In other countries, such as in Europe, some of the voting age is 16, and they're allowed to do that because they actually educate students on how to vote and different opinions, which I think is very important, and I wish we kind of did that in the United States because it's difficult to know your options when we don't have any education in the school.
I think 18 is a decent age, but I think there are kids who are, 16 and 17 that would like their voices heard, and they have pretty valid opinions as well. So I think 16 would be a pretty smart age, but I guess 18 is a good baseline.
I think that it's a good age, but I feel like if it was 16, we would have more people voting, and I think that would be a good thing too, to start people out at a younger age.
I definitely think they could lower it a bit to 16. Most of us by that age already know what people we want in our office or government.
Sophomore, Lourdes Chamorro seems like a pretty normal student.
But the circumstances that brought her to HRV are anything but normal.
Monsi talked to Lourdes about her life.
Meet Lourdes, a 15-year-old girl from Nicaragua, with a pretty amazing story. You may have seen her around town, or in one of our many local coffee shops, or in our high school girls soccer games, in which she's adored by all her teammates. She's someone you may have passed in the hallways without really realizing what kind of story she has.
And why did you come to Hood River, for the winter thing, or?
No, so the government of the Nortea has been making a dangerous environment for his people. And my parents and I thought it was best for me to leave the country, considering my family history.
And what's your family history? Tell me about it.
So my grandpa is owner of the only reliable newspaper right now. So, yeah.
And so the newspaper, have they been printing things?
Yeah.
That
the government doesn't like.
Oh, okay. And what I read about your family in the Chamorro newspaper, I read that your uncle actually died. How did he die?
The Sandinistas killed him.
They killed him for printing things?
Yeah.
And I've noticed that you don't have your parents here. You're only living with your uncle and your aunt. Are your parents in Nicaragua?
Yeah, they're still there.
They're still there? Why?
My dad wants to stay there for now, see what happens.
And are you worried that what could happen to them?
Yeah, I'm not worried, but I get worried when when my dad goes to some of the protests and they attack them. I really want to know if he went or not.
Have you ever gone to one of those?
I went to one at when everything started.
When it was safe.
When it was safe, but then my parents were worried, so I didn't go to any other ones.
And with everything that's going on, and you're living here, and do you think you'll ever return to Nicaragua?
I'm not sure, but I want to.
You want to? Why?
It's where I was born, and I love it there.
Wow. And with doing this interview, are you concerned with your safety?
Not in the United States. Like if I was in Nicaragua and we're doing this, I think I would be scared.
Why are you doing this video? Why is this important for you?
So I want the United States and the world to know what's happening, because a lot of people don't know, because the government is trying to keep it a secret or
Yeah, and I saw a lot of social media posts about people in Nicaragua who have been trying to get this out.
Yeah.
And those people are probably dead, or they're probably in jail for doing that. Can they?
Yeah.
If the government found out?
Yeah.
And here in the United States, and with the experiences you've had so far, what is the best thing that's happened to you here in the United States? Your favorite thing?
Well, I'm in the soccer team.
You're on the soccer team?
I enjoy that. And, it's beautiful here.
It's beautiful here, yeah.
As I spoke with Lourdes, I found myself feeling very lucky about where I live. No matter what political spectrum you are in, we always have the freedom to stand up and fight for something that we believe in, or something that we don't agree with. Lourdes has the same mindset, and she hopes that her country can go back to normal again soon. She believes that women should be more in charge, and she has told me that she's thinking of continuing her family's legacy to continue down the political path, and maybe even become president of Nicaragua. Lourdes' history makes her no different than any one of us. She's a girl with a passion and a focus to change her country for the better, and in which everyone should have the need to do. Hopefully with this documentary, you got to know one of our fellow students, and realize and learn what else is going around the world.
There's a longer version of Monty's story about Lourdes on our website, hrvtalent.com.
The question of the week crew decided on a game for this week's show.
They played Would You Rather.
This is a pretty easy one. Go with the no sweat option. Thank you.
My personal opinion, I would rather control water.
Fur, because scales are gross and you'd be warm in the winter.
Because then if I didn't have elbows, I wouldn't have fingers.
Go bald.
I would live in a cabin in the woods.
I would rather have no eyebrow.
That's our show for this week. Thanks for watching.
Wednesday was Halloween. We'll leave you with some photos of costumes Lupe and Laura took around the school.
Come back next week and we'll tell you what's up.
Más popular, es la cumbia más cumbiambera, todo el mundo la va a gozar, es la cumbia del sol. Ae, timbalero, baila conmigo este son. Ae, orilla, todo el mundo va a bailar y todo el mundo la está gozando. Es la cumbia, cumbia del sol.